Hello and welcome to the ETBU Coaches Show with head football coach Scotty Walden for East Texas Baptist University here on Fidelity 6. I'm Adam P. Ledyard, the Assistant Athletic Director here at East Texas Baptist University, here with head football coach Scotty Walden. Scotty, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me again.
Coach, last week you had your first home game against Southwestern Assemblies of God. To say the least, it was a very, very exciting game overall. ETBU took an 85-23 win over Sagu, breaking 3 records, points-wise, total offense-wise, and then also passing offense. So, Scotty, tell us a little bit about the win, first of all, over Southwestern Assemblies of God.
Yeah, well, when you get a win, that's the first thing you want. You want to get that win, and your first home game, and the stands were packed, and you want to get that win. But it was awesome when you see the game plan come to fruition. All the guys' hard work, and I thought offensively we executed the game plan, pretty well. I thought there was a lot of guys making big plays, and it was fun. The funnest thing to watch about it wasn't one guy. There were several guys that made plays on Saturday night, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of, a lot of fun to coach. And then you go over to the defensive side of the ball, plenty of guys making plays over there too. And it's just all about getting the win, no matter how you do it, whether we score 3 or we score 85. You just want to get the win. And I was just proud of our kids' effort, and I thought they gave a championship effort, and they played together, they stayed unified, and we were able to get the win on Saturday night. And that was fun.
Talk a little about the offensive performance. Over 900 yards of total offense, 85 points. It was a very exciting up-tempo game. Tell us a little bit about that offense that you ran on Saturday.
Yeah, we just ran our system. We just ran our system and executed the game plan. But that's the game you dream of, right there. Is not many of those come around, and it's just one of those games where everything went right. You look at the Chase Soika fumble, and then Jock Kirkendall's Johnny on the spot to pick it up and run it in. It's just one of those nights where I think things fell into place. We played against a very good football team in Sagu, and I think we just executed our game plan really well. And I think some things kind of bounced in our favor. And I was proud of the guys going out and executing and playing fast. And this is year 4 in the offensive system for us. They've been running, so they know it like the back of their hand. And it was just awesome to finally see just a huge breakout game. When you put all that work in and all the practice hours, all the film study, and our guys put the work in. They prepared this past week, and they just went out and executed their game plan.
Tell us a little about the defense. They only allowed 23 points, but there were some key moments there early on where they were going back and forth, staying within 14 points of us.
Right.
But then all of a sudden we took off and the defense started stopping them. Actually took their quarterback out of the game with an injury, and that was a momentum shift for their offense.
Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of the defense. Like what Coach Smith and the defensive staff, the game plan they put together, and to stick with that game plan. Because early on, that quarterback was hot, and then the Sagu offense was rolling and doing a great job. But our guys never wavered. I joked with the offense on the sideline, but I said a few things on the sideline about how this is an adversity. 5 a.m. mat drills in spring ball, that's adversity. That's something these guys have been through together. So we've been there before. We've been through adversity. We've been through tough times, and our defense just kept battling and plugging away. And I couldn't be more just satisfied and happy with their effort to continue to stick with their game plan, to gang tackle, and to make a commitment to shut those guys out in the second half. We've played in 2 games, we played a half in each game of shutout football defensively, and so we're trying to put a full game together of that. But couldn't be more proud of their effort in the second half and their execution.
It was the first home game at Ornelas Stadium. Great atmosphere, about 2,800 people there.
Yeah.
Tailgating at Tiger Alley. Tell us a little about that atmosphere for that first home game this year.
Yeah, a lot of fun. When you start with Tiger Alley and our guys are walking through that, you can see the look on their face, and that's a really cool deal. And it takes everybody. It takes the band, Mark Krim leading that thing up, and Madison Kaufman and Farrah Dunaway leading the cheerleaders and the dance team to come out there and support. Tiger Alley it's awesome. It's a really cool experience for our kids, and I think a unique experience for our kids. And then you go into the stadium and golly, the pregame was rocking. The crowd was fun. You got the kids sliding down the hill on the cardboard boxes in pregame, and it's just a cool atmosphere at Ornelas Stadium. And I'm just so thankful for the people that came out and supported, and I hope they'll continue to come out and support our kids on Saturdays, because our kids feed off that, and they had a lot of fun with it, and it was a good home atmosphere. And I think Ornelas Stadium is a really tough place to play on Saturday night, and we want to keep it that way.
You also did something on Saturday to honor the lives of DJ and Trey. Talk a little about what you guys did pre-game and then also halftime to honor these families.
Yeah, I thought that made it an even more special night. To get a win, on a night like that where you're honoring our two brothers that passed away this past spring. At halftime, we presented the two families with plaques in memory of DJ and Trey, and those are to signify that those guys will always be a part of the Tiger family and our family. And it was awesome to get to see the families after the game and before the game, and we held a reception for them before the game at 5 o'clock, and it was just an awesome experience. I just want to thank Dr. Blackburn and Ryan Irwin and all the guys in the athletic department and the administration that helped put that on to honor those two families. And like I said before, we're going to play our whole season for those two boys, and it was a really special night to get a win on.
We'll shift into this Saturday night, second home game against Southwestern University. Also a special night as we're going to do a blackout and unveil some pretty neat looking uniforms. Tell us a little bit about this blackout and this helmet right here that we're showing.
Yeah, so the uniforms we unveiled earlier during fall camp, our black uniforms, we're going to wear those for the first time this Saturday, so it ought to be electric, ought to be fun. So we're going to try to black out Ornella Stadium and get a good crowd out, and we're going to be sporting our alternate black uniforms, and I think it'll get the guys juiced up and ready to go. And when we see each other all lined up in those black uniforms, I think it's going to be a really, really cool sight, really fun atmosphere. So really excited about that on Saturday night.
And if you want to check out what the uniforms look like, go to youtube.com, look up ETBU Sports. There's the unveil there, and then also how the football players reacted when they saw everybody come out. So, Coach, final question here. Saturday will be the second home game. You're going to take on Southwestern University, coming off a big win off of McMurray University in our own conference, come from behind. This is the fourth year for the program, so those seniors have gone through the program after starting it 4 years ago, so they're hungry for wins. Tell us what we're going to see on Saturday.
Yeah, the schedule doesn't get any easier for us. Southwestern University, I've had so much respect for what those guys have done since they started their program. They've been one of the most impressive programs to me. Coach Austin, what he's doing down there, I love the way they recruit. I love the way they play defense and offense. We got our hands full. You're talking about a defense. We might have had a great night offensively last Saturday night, but their defense had a great night as well against McMurray. I think they held those guys like under 100 yards total offense, and so they're coming in here, and it's going to be a battle. And offensive, they got a 4-year quarterback in Hicks, and he's a great football player. And the thing when you turn the film on with those guys is they play extremely hard. I mean, they probably play harder than any team we've played this far. And so we're going to have a great week of preparation, have the will to prepare like we've been having, and be ready to defend our home stadium because we have a very capable opponent that's coming in to play us on Saturday night. Future ASC opponent, they're coming into our conference. And like I said, I think they've done a fantastic job with their program. And we're going to have to be ready. We're going to have to prepare right this week and get ready for a really good battle and a really great test on Saturday night.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for talking to us today here on the ETBU Coaches Show on Fidelity 6. We'll start to go back to the game here shortly, but thanks for watching here on Fidelity 6.